What's up, YouTube? Today we're gonna watch a head shave and beard trim on one of my buddies. This guy never goes to the barbershop, so I wanted to give him an experience that he's not getting at home. Even for myself, I don't like trimming my beard, but if I did, I wouldn't spend the time that another barber would. And so I just wanted to give him that experience, and so I'm gonna walk you through. We're gonna start with taking down the beard. I do this to basically establish what we're gonna work with. And so I think we took it down with, maybe that's a number 3. And so we're going against it. And now we're gonna go with it to lay any hairs down that are laying up. So this style of content is new for me. I'm gonna try to walk through the process of what I was thinking. And so right now, we're gonna fade down, we're gonna fade down the beard from 0 to, I think it's a 3. And so this is something that he pointed out toward the end, which you'll probably hear at the end of the service, which he doesn't do. And so fading the temple side of the beard allows it to help give you a better shape to your face. Right now, I'm just gonna line up the sides and the back and finish off the top end of the taper. No hard lines here. We want everything as effortless and easy as possible. And that way, as it grows back, you're not going to see any heavy lines around the temple area. And then at the bottom, we're just gonna line it up, keeping it natural to the bottom of his, if you're having trouble finding where to line up your face, I try to tell my clients not to look up, because you're never really looking up. You're most likely either looking down or straight ahead. And so I have people look straight ahead, put my first guy line in underneath the neck, and then that determines where the line is for this haircut. Now there's other ways. And now we're going to get to the shave. So I started the shave. Now this, like I said, I recorded this quite a bit ago. And so I'm just gonna try to think of why I started with the shave first. I didn't use a hot towel or anything. I did use hot lather. And so I think that I wanted to just get the first layer cut off and then just establish what's going on in the scalp. Now he did have a cut on the top of his head already. And so, and I've never worked on his head before. Anytime I haven't worked on anybody's head, I try to just map out the head, just see what the head is giving me. And so I'm not sure why I didn't use a hot towel, but so I'm going through, I'm shaving. Let's see if we can fast forward this a little bit. This is pretty standard stuff, I think. So yes, so the first shave, I'm going with the grain. And so I don't think you need much to cut with the grain. Now, if you're going against the grain and things like that, I think you should soften up the skin a little bit more. But as I'm watching or rewatching this, I'm going with the grain. And so the first step for this shave is lather and then shave with the grain. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. I can probably even speed that up actually. All right, so fast forward a little bit. Still going with the grain. I'm actually gonna move forward a little bit because this is pretty standard stuff. If you want me to go deeper into a shave, you can, but we're gonna skip forward and it's pretty standard stuff. I just went with the grain. Next, I'm gonna follow up with some oil. So this is oil from my brand, 10 Hair Care, that we're just gonna moisturize the scalp to prepare it for another shave. And so this is where the extra moisture comes in. This is where the hot towel is gonna come in. So we already went with the grain. Now we laid on some oil, which is gonna help soften up the skin. We don't wanna irritate the skin too much. So oil helps keep it soft. In the oils, I use year 1, so that has argan oil, which is super moisturizing. It has jojoba oil, which matches the same level of oil as your skin produces, so it absorbs pretty easy. And then we wipe it all off after the hot towel and we lather again. Cool. So I'm gonna speed forward through. After the hot towel and the lather, now I'm gonna go against the grain. And so because the skin is soft and it's been prepped, it's been softened with oil, but also with hot lather. Now I feel like it's safe to go against the grain. I don't like going too early against the grain. And now we're going with some aftershave. And so the aftershave mix is just some witch hazel and aloe vera, super softening, super moisturizing. And I think I used a cold towel in this one. So cold towels help close all the pores that we may have opened up while shaving. And this is just me explaining to Evan, because he stated that he doesn't like the shiny MJ head. And so I explained to him that if you choose the right oils for your skin type, then they're more likely to absorb into your scalp, which will act as a moisturizer. I always like to moisturize your scalp. Even though you may not have hair, your scalp still needs some sort of moisture. And so choose lightweight absorbing oils like jojoba and argan, and you won't get the shiny bald head look. The shiny bald heads are due to oils not absorbing into your scalp. And so it's just oil sitting on top of your scalp. Plus the oil that your scalp may produce will create the shiny MJ look. Here, prepping the skin with oil again, moisturizing the beard. My biggest thing is moisture. Hair and skin do not act right when the skin is not properly moistured. So I'm big on moisture. Now we go back to the hot towel. Going back in with the hot towel, and same thing. It's just more softening up the skin, softening up the scalp. Feels great, feels refreshing. I also come back in here with some essential oils. I think that is eucalyptus, and I think that's eucalyptus. And so it gives a nice uplifting feeling to the surface. So try that out if you haven't tried it out. Clients love it. And then we go in with some Dior shave gel that I got from Vince the Barber. I don't use it now. The smell is great because it's Dior, and so there's a nice kind of, I don't know how you would say it, a perfume or a nice fragrance that comes from it, but it kind of sticks around. So I'm not a fan of any products that linger around. And I know why they do it, just so you can feel fresh. But for me, someone that has sensitive skin, sensitive nose, any extra fragrances, just, I don't like smelling them for long periods of time. And that even goes for colognes and things like that. I especially don't want that just sitting on my skin all day. And so not to say anything is wrong with Dior, but I don't use it in my services now. I use it there because you gotta test out and try things as a barber and stylist. But the conclusion, months later, I do not like the Dior shave gel because of the fragrance. So, and this is just pretty standard stuff here. This is me shaving, going with the natural parts of the client's face. He's not a weekly kind of client, so to give him weekly style cuts where everything is super clean, let's just say we went above his jawline or we came super low, those style of cuts require a lot of maintenance. He's not a high maintenance kind of guy, and so we went natural. And so as it grows back, it's not gonna make it seem like you need a cut as often because we went with your natural features. So let's fast forward a little bit. All right, and now we hit him with the same aftershave we did on the scalp. Now we're just getting him on the face, and we hit him with another cold towel. Same thing. This just helps seal all of everything in. It feels, I don't know the word that it feels, but it's, first it's cold obviously, but it's an uplifting feel. And so same thing, finish it off with some beard oil. I know we had some in there earlier, but because of the towels, some of it might have gotten stripped. So I hope you enjoy me talking through this service. If this is something you guys like, let me know. Oh, for this, I'm explaining, what am I explaining? Yes, moisture your beards, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why your beards are flimsy and going all, because there is no moisture in your beards, whether that's an oil, balm, whatever. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Peace.
I don't have any beard routine, and I can already tell this is the best my beard's been looking in a long time, so.
Turn.
Dude,
Mirror.
dig it.
Quarter backwards.
Nice.
But how's it feel?
I love it, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love it. Oh, the fade. A real fade. And a real line. For real, it's the best. I mean, I've been doing it myself for a while, years now, and this is the best it's looked in a long time. Oh my God.